What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. This is Decoding with Cody. Today is November 19th, 2025. Hope you guys are all doing very well out there today. And in this video, again, I need to. Well, we're gonna get into it in a minute. Let's get some people filing in here, and give me a thumbs up if you can hear me in the chat. Then I'll explain what this is all. What's gonna go on here? Give me that thumbs up. Make sure you guys can hear me. I'm not talking to myself. Hope everyone's having a good evening. Thank you, Coffee Girl, for the thumbs up. Appreciate that. Thank you, Coffee Girl, for always being here. And also to Tax Insurance, hello. Zach, hello. Apache Ghosts, Nathan, Gnostic Knowledge, Gene Spliced, Susan Todd. Hope you guys are all amazing tonight. So something happened to me last night, guys, that really is beyond. And I don't even think I can even begin to explain how personally I was connected to this. I might try to a little bit, but thanks to Widow's son also for being here. He actually really played a big part in this, because without his knowledge prior to this, I probably would have missed some of this. So big shout out to Widow's son. He has a channel on YouTube if you guys want to check him out. You can post the link in there if you want, brother. But I really just cannot believe what happened. And again, this is not your everyday average code. What I'm about to show you, this is really incredible. And there's so much more I didn't even put in slides, because honestly I didn't have the energy to build any more slides. But please hit the like buttons, guys. Because this one, I think, is going to absolutely prove that there's something more going on here, and that we can use this to bet. But I want to preface this video by saying this is not necessarily an endorsement of betting. This is, in fact, I was never a bettor. I was never a sports bettor, but I got a free sports bet from my cousin. He sent me a link a few days ago, and I signed on to this site, and I had $100 of free bets, guys. Like $100 of free bets. I didn't spend one dime of my own money on this. So in a way, it's not even betting, because I didn't even risk my own money. I just risked their $100 bets. Of course, you can't take their $100 bets out, but you can bet using their $100 that they give you. And if you win, you get to keep the money once you bet a certain amount. So I got $100 from a free sign-on link, right? And it turned into, well, it actually turned into about 900. But I'm going to explain how it happened, how I saw this happening before it happened. And again, I hope more people come in here. Please hit the likes, guys. There's 15 likes. And I'm not trying to be pushy, but what I'm about ready to show you is mind-bending. I know I haven't showed it to you yet, but trust me, you guys are going to be like, wow, what just happened, So anyways, well, that's not how they got me, Gene Splice, because you know what? I'm walking away with all my money, and I'm not betting much anymore. If anything, I'm betting like 9 cents here and there. I'll just bet like small 9-cent bets and try to make money off that. But for the most part, I'm walking away with this, right? I'm not betting that money. I'm walking away with it. I'm not trying to. In fact, tonight I just put in like a couple of $1 bets that if they hit, they hit, but it doesn't matter, because I've already took it advantage. But again, Gene Spliced, this code was meant for me. I was destined to find this code last night, and I will show you why. I was in my numbers, guys. It was in my numbers to find this code last night. This was not just a code that was being played out on the world stage in a hockey game. This was my code for I was meant to find this code last night and do this, okay? To prove that there's a code, first of all, and second of all, it's not even about the money. I could, you know, like it's not even about the money. It's about the code and how once again it proves itself, okay? So let's get into it. That was a long-winded intro. So first of all, let's watch the play that made me $900, okay? Here's the play. Hopefully you guys can see this. Man, my computer is so bad sometimes it doesn't even play right. All right, so I know it's probably kind of hard to see because it probably keeps lagging, and that's kind of stupid, but it is what it is. Let me know if you guys can even see that, if it's even like, hold on. So anyways, this player right here is Ben Hutton, okay? And Ben Hutton wears the number 17, okay? And just to start with my organic code, I live in the 17th state, guys, and I used the betting site from the 17th state, Ohio. Ohio's the 17th state. I've had luck with the number 17 before in my life, actually. But I'm going to show you how I was perfectly scripted with the number 17 last night in my own life. And this guy was the perfect guy to be scoring this goal on this night for many reasons, okay? And obviously, this guy was where he was for a reason. Notice that it says the golden standard back there. Definitely a big gold ritual here. Trump's been talking about the golden age, right? So anyway, here's Hutton, and he barely scores the goal, guys. And let me explain to you about hockey, guys. This guy right here who scored the goal, he's not even an offensive player. He's a third-line defenseman, which means he barely ever plays every game because he's not even good enough to play every game for his team. They don't even play him every game. So if he's not even good enough to play every game for his team, and sometimes he gets taken out because he's not good enough, then it tells you that he doesn't score many goals, okay? On top of that, he's a defenseman. Defensemen are not out there to score goals. They're out there to play defense mostly. Sometimes defensemen score, but third line defensemen, which is the worst defenseman on the team, they very rarely score goals. It had been 609 days, guys, since Ben Hutton, number 17, had scored a goal before last night. Let me repeat that. It had been 609 days since Ben Hutton had scored a goal before last night. Okay? So let that sink in. Out of all the days I could have placed a bet on this guy to score a goal when he hasn't scored a goal in 609 days, why did I choose last night? Why was he the only Guys, I made other bets last night. I bet 2 teams to win. They both won, so I both won those bets, right? And that was easy, okay? Let me just show you the bets first so you guys can see. So this is the last couple days of bets on free money. Again, this is not my money. This was the 100 free bets that I got from the website. I didn't spend 1 ounce of my own money on this, okay? Not 1 ounce. Not $1, not even 1 penny of my own money did I spend on any of these bets right here, okay? All right, so on Monday night, the Dallas Cowboys were playing the Las Vegas Raiders, okay? The next day, the Las Vegas hockey team was playing for the New York team, okay? But on this night is when it all started. It all started on Monday night when I realized that the Cowboys Okay, the Cowboys had all the 44s, right? You guys remember I said that I had Dak Prescott to throw for 4 touchdowns. He threw for 4 touchdowns 44 days after his last time he threw for 4 touchdowns, okay? A simple code, it came through perfectly, right? I also had Jake Ferguson to catch a touchdown, which is it's not super high odds, but it's, it's a good payout. But anyway, I bet 24, again, $24 of my free money, and I won 97 on that, okay? I got all 3 right. I got the Cowboys to win. I had Dak Prescott for 4 touchdowns. I only bet 1.5 over, but they wouldn't let me bet 4 touchdowns. But and then I got Jake Ferguson as a TD. Well, I also did the same thing down here. I had the Cowboys game under 49 and a half. And guys, the score was they scored 49 points in the game. I was a half point over, so I made the perfect bet there. And then I had the Cowboys, Dak Prescott, CD Lamb, and Jake Ferguson all to touchdown, and they all did it, okay? But it leads me to the next day, because the next day is when I bet on Ben Hutton to score a goal. And I'm going to explain to you why I chose Ben Hutton to score a goal. So my original bet, I bet, again, of free money. Again, this is not a cent of my own money that I bet. So this 44.17 that it says I bet, it was from my $100 free bet that they gave me. Okay, it was not my own money. I initially bet $59.17 because 59 is the 17th prime number. I was trying to be creative with it. But I got scared before the game and I said, wait, I don't want to risk any more than that. Even if it's free bet money, I don't want to risk it. So let me lower my bet. So I lowered my bet to 44.17. I should have kept it at 59.17. I would have made $300 more, but it doesn't matter. I'm not going to complain. Okay, I made the money I was supposed to make. So I made $800 here off of a free bet. So again, this is plus 1,700. Okay, now this is where it's going to get crazy, guys. Let's just go to the slides. Okay, this there was no way this was not going to happen. I could not see this doesn't happen every day. Let's put it that way. Okay, there's not this type of code every day. So let's begin. Let's go all the way back to April 20th, 2025, and let me explain how I got Ben Hutton for a goal after he hadn't scored one in 609 days. Okay, how did I do it? Well, John Cena. It all starts with John Cena because I told you guys in all my videos recently, everything right now is tied to John Cena. And I told you guys 2 nights ago when the Dallas Cowboys were playing, the final score was tied to John Cena, okay? So after that game was over, Widow's son told me that the final score connected to the number 17. And immediately after that, the next day I realized that the New York team was going to Vegas to play the hockey team, okay, where Ben Hutton plays. So let me explain this. John Cena became a 17-time world champion on April 20th, 2025 in Vegas, okay? So he became a 17-time world champion in Vegas on April 20th. Now, the guy who plays in Vegas for the hockey team, who wears the number 17, Ben Hutton, when is his birthday, guys? Let this sink in. Ben Hutton's birthday, number 17 for Vegas, his birthday is April 20th. So John Cena won his 17th title on number 17's birthday on April 20th. Okay? So let that sink in for a second. Okay? Let that sink in for a second. 17-time champion on number 17's birthday. And that was in the same city as he plays. Okay. So that's where I first started this connection. This is the first thing that I put together. Okay. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. Number 17 playing for Vegas John Cena won his 17th on that day, on his birthday. So now we got to go fast forward from April 20th when John Cena won this. Let's fast forward to November 17th, a few days ago, when the Las Vegas football team was playing the Dallas Cowboys on Monday Night Football. Okay. And John Cena at the same night was in New York at Madison Square Garden on his final Raw. Okay. He was on his final Raw. And New York, right? He was in New York. Well, I'm going to get that in a minute, but so here's Vegas. This is all about Vegas, right? You had the Vegas hockey team, the hockey player from Vegas, number 17. So on the 17th this month, Vegas was playing Dallas. And I said the score could possibly be 13-31, but wait till you see how that kind of ended up manifesting in a weird way. But here's the point, and shout out to Widow's Son for showing me this when it happened. Guys, the final score to this game on the 17th was 33-16, okay? Now do the math. 33 minus 16 is 17. So on the 17th, Vegas loses by 17 points to, while number 17, John Cena, they call him the never seen 17 because he won his 17th title, the most in history. He was in New York at the same time. Now look at this. Not only was it a 17-point difference between the teams, the final score, if you read it from Vegas's side, it's 16-33. Guys, the number 1633, and this is the shout out to Widow's Son, the number 1633 is the 17th star number. The Las Vegas Raiders lost to the star team by the score of the 17th star number. You guys see it? 1633 is the 17th star number. What's a star number? You basically use these dots to build a star, and in order to build a 17 wide star, you need 1,633 dots, okay? So this final score is the most perfect score to ever be had with the number 17. Not only is it a difference of 17, but it's also the 17th star. It's improbable, okay? So this is what started it. This is what started this decode for me to be able to place this bet to win the next day, okay? Because this was Monday. This was Monday the 17th that this happened in Vegas with the Cowboys, okay? So now that we got that, the next day I saw that Vegas, the team from New York, was going to go to Vegas on ice hockey. So we're going from football to hockey. It's all tied together, guys. All the sports are tied together. So the team from New York, why is it important that the team from New York went to Las Vegas? Well, John Cena was in New York the night before as Vegas was losing, right? So Cena, right? Cena was in New York. So now the next day you have New York going to Vegas, right? Well, and I predicted the night on Monday night that the possible score of this game could be 13-31. You guys remember that from the other night? I just want to say this real fast because this is really crazy, okay? Look at the score. Okay, this Dallas Cowboys game, I said could possibly go 13-31 or 31 Dallas and 13 for Las Vegas. That was my prediction, right? That's the only prediction I got wrong. I got it wrong by 2 points here and 3 points over here. Guys, look at the final score of the hockey game. The final score of the hockey game, if you subtract 2 from 33 and you subtract 3 from 16, it's 31-13. This blows my mind because I picked this game to be 31-13. And then the next day, this this game, if you subtract the score, right? If you subtract the score from you minus 2 from 33, it's 31. You minus 3 from 16, it's 30, it's 13. So that's crazy to me. Like, just go back and watch my video from a few days ago where I said 31 to 13. But this is where it gets crazy, guys. So here's the slide. This is the only slide you need to see. And this is it's my last slide. It's all I have. And I can't believe I only have 112 of my 15,000 people here. I'm not trying to even endorse betting. I'm trying to show you guys how crazy this stuff is. And only 112 people are here right now, which is pretty good. But I wish that the 15,000 people that I have that supposedly follow my channel would at least come. So why did I bet Ben Hutton, number 17 for Vegas, to score a goal last night against the Rangers? So remember, John Cena won his 17th championship on Ben Hutton's birthday in Vegas. Okay, so that's the first thing. This year, April 20th, John Cena won the 17th title on Ben Hutton's birthday. So last night, Ben Hutton, number 17, was playing in this game right after Cena was in New York, and Ben Hutton was playing against New York, right? And Ben Hutton was 1,700 weeks old exactly yesterday. From the beginning of his life, guys. From the beginning of his life, number 17 yesterday was 1,700 weeks old exactly. The betting odds on my Ohio sportsbook, which is the 17th state, had Ben Hutton scoring a goal at plus 1,700. Guys, he was 1,700 weeks old. He was 1,700 weeks old. And they literally told me, they literally told me, Cody, bet this. Or God told me it. Something. Guys, he was 1,700 weeks old, number 17, and the sports book from Ohio, the 17th state, told me that if you want to bet for him to score a goal, you're going to have to bet 17 plus 100 odds. 1,700. The same age he was. And not only that, he was 1,700 weeks old from his birth, but from yesterday to his next birthday was 153 days. And 153 is the 17th triangular number. So from him being 1,700 weeks old yesterday to the next day, to his next birthday, it was 17 triangular number days. And now let me show you how I'm connected to this. I told you that Ben Hutton yesterday, number 17, was 153 days before his birthday. How many days was yesterday after my birthday? And I didn't find this out until after I did it. Okay? I did not find this until after. Guys, when I bet this, I was 153 days after my birthday. The 17th triangular number. The same as Ben Hutton was 153 days before his birthday, which was the anniversary of when John Cena won his 17th on Ben Hutton's birthday. Now, when John Cena won his 17th title on Ben Hutton's birthday on 4/20, Who did John Cena beat? John Cena beat Cody. John Cena beat Cody on Ben Hutton's birthday. And then Cody, me, I place a bet 153 days before the anniversary of that. After my birthday, 153 days. Guys, I was born on the 170th day of the year. 17 in numerology. I was born on 170 day of the year, 153 days later. Now, John Cena, he beat Cody of all names. That's my name. And remember, I'm from the 17th state as well. So, what are the odds? Right? I don't know. I guess most people do not understand and grasp this. Like, I don't see anyone. I know what a son feels because, guys, there's some, like, once you experience something like this, it's like, what is going on? Because I was 153 days after my birthday. I didn't even know it. I didn't bet. I didn't measure from myself. But all I'm telling you is yesterday was my destiny. It was in the code for me to do that yesterday. Like, I was not being manipulated by the Skull and Bones. They didn't tell me to put in a bet yesterday 153 days after my birthday on number 17 at a 7. Guys, don't you understand? Okay, let me even I haven't even gotten to the best part. So he was 1,700 weeks old. His betting odds were 1,700. And his betting odds were to score a goal. Look what goal equals. 17. And guys, this is the most crazy part. Ben Hutton scored a goal, his first goal of the whole season, on his 17th shot of the season. He had taken 16 shots the whole season so far. And it took him till his 17th shot to get it in the goal. Do you guys understand how crazy that is? After all this, Ben Hutton has 17 shots this season, which means that this is taken from today. So he has 17 shots right now, which means he scored his goal on his 17th shot. And it's just crazy. So do you see how I saw this before time? I picked a random player on this. You know, he's not even a good player. He's not a player you'd ever want to bet on to score a goal, guys. That's what I'm trying to get across to you. Let's go to Ben Hutton's stats and let's just look. 17 shots. He had one shot on goal, which means, again, he had on his 17th shot of the season, he scored his goal. But let's go back and hit all his games. Okay, look at this year. Look at this year. Here's your goal column right here. Here's your goal from yesterday. Just focus on this column right here. Do you see any goals from Ben Hutton? No, 0 goals this season. Okay, let's go back to last season. Last season, he barely even played many games last season. But look, all the games he played, he didn't score 1 goal. Not 1. 0. So let's go back another year. So not any goals until here. So he hadn't scored any goals or even been on the ice much since his 501st game, but the last game he scored a goal was March 19th, 2024. Okay? March 19th, 2024. We're almost 2026 now. So all I'm telling you, and look how many goals he scored before that. Look, 0, 0, 0. Oh, here's just one other goal, right? He's only scored 25 goals his whole career. Like if you go to StatMuse, let's just go to StatMuse so it can actually answer my question. How many goals are Ben Hutton career goals? Ugh. Okay, so after last night, he's now on 25 goals. How many games has he played? He's played 532 games in his whole career, and out of those 532 times, he's only scored 25 times. Out of 532 games, he scored only 25 times. And I picked the one of those 25 times that he did it. And I picked it because Ben Hutton was 1,700 weeks old. His betting odds were 1,700. And it was 17 triangular number days before his birthday. And it just so happens that it fell 153 days after my birthday, which again is the same number. And again, guys, this is all pointing to what's coming next month too. This is all pointing to December 7th. And in fact, this 17 code is going to continue. Why? Because I already showed you how the Cowboys game all connected to the 17, but who's playing tomorrow night on the one NFL football game? Oh, look at who's playing tomorrow night on the NFL Thursday Night Football. Look who it is. The Bills. And who's the Bills' star player? Josh Allen is the Bills' star player. What number does he wear? You see this guy right here? This is the guy playing tomorrow night. He's the star player. He's going to be in the spotlight tomorrow. What number does he wear? And how old is Josh Allen going to be tomorrow on this game? Look at this, guys. Look at this. Josh Allen's birth to tomorrow. He's playing a game on Erica Kirk's birthday tomorrow. But how old is he going to be? Josh Allen is going to be 10,776 days old tomorrow. Number 17. In fact, when you say the year 1776, you need to say the number 17 first. Guys, think about this. Tomorrow, number 17, Josh Allen, is going to be 1776. How old is John Cena going to be on Pearl Harbor Day, the day I've been talking about? How old is John Cena on December 7th? John Cena is 1776. You guys see this? John Cena is the one that started this. John Cena is the great. He's the never seen 17. He's going to be 1776 days old on December 7th when the United States is going to be, if you measure from 1776, 7-4, the United States is going to be 9/11/01 days. on this day that John Cena's 1776. And now a few weeks before this, Josh Allen, number 17, is going to be 1776. Mondani was just 1776 weeks old when he got elected in New York. And then the boxer for UFC 322 was 1776 weeks old. So they keep putting this 1776 clearly. But how old was John Cena yesterday? Look at this. Look at this 1776. I haven't even talked about the 119 yet. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. But look at this. John Cena was born 423. So yesterday, when number 17 scored, John Cena was 17,742. Guys, the way you say this number is 17,742. 4 plus 2 is 6. So John Cena was a hidden 1776 days old yesterday. Does that make sense, guys? Raise your hand in the chat if that makes sense what I just said. 17,742. 4 plus 2 is 6. 1776. So that was John Cena's age yesterday. And look at the date numerology yesterday when all this happened. 74. Like the United States was founded on 7/4, 1776. It was the 322 day of the year. Now there was 43 days. So this is where it gets crazy, guys. Let's type in Ben Hutton's name, right? His name is Ben Hutton. Look at the gematria of Ben Hutton, right? 119 and 43. Well, yesterday was the day that left 43 days in the year, okay? But the 119 is even crazier. So Ben Hutton equals 119. Wait, somebody's saying that the time on the ice for him is 1770-43. Wait, Dino, can you clarify what you mean by that? Because wait a minute, like where did you find? What does this mean? Time on ice to this year. Time on ice. Hold on. Where do I find that? His time on ice is 17,743 for this year. Hold on. No way. No way. Okay, hold on. Where do you see that, though? I don't see it. Time on ice. Well, it says right here, but this is like your average. It must be your average. Where is it? All right. Is it here somewhere? Oh, I see it now. It's right here, guys. Look. So you're telling me that he was on the ice this year for 17743. Look at him in 2024. He was on the ice for 666 minutes. He plays for Vegas, of course. But this is one number off from this. That's how old John Cena is or was yesterday. John Cena today is that age. John Cena today is this age. And this is how many minutes he was on the ice this year. What? Are you guys kidding me? You guys see that? This is how many minutes and seconds Ben Hutton was on the ice this year. And now today, after this happened, John Cena's this old. Are you guys, can you even wrap your head around that? Like, you shouldn't be able to wrap your head around that. That I can't even wrap my head around that. That's to the second. Like, this guy I clearly already proved. Does anyone in the chat that doubts that this was clearly what the whole thing was about? Is there any doubt anymore? There shouldn't be. I mean, how perfect. But then thank you to who was it that dropped that in the chat? Dino. He just made it even more mind-blowing with that. How is it that John Cena is this days old and now this year up until today, because Ben Hutton's not playing a hockey game today, so on the day that Ben Hutton is, John Cena will also be 1770 tomorrow when Josh Allen's playing. So it's also worked for tomorrow. Who does Ben Hutton play tomorrow? Hold on, do they play? Yeah, they play tomorrow. Guys, they play Utah. They play Utah, like Charlie Kirk. Or wait, is this the right? Because this might be in the wrong time zone. I need to make sure they're actually playing tomorrow. Oh, by the way, last night Vegas came into the game with 8. The score, their record was 8-4-6. Like the tower collapsed at 8:46. But yeah, that's wild. I still can't believe this. Ben Hutton, 177 minutes and 43 seconds on the ice, and now John Cena is that old. Okay, let's get back to the 119 because this is also crazy. Look how old Ben Hutton was yesterday. I mean, look how old Ben Hutton is today. First of all, guys, today Ben Hutton is a 9/11/01. Look, Ben Hutton. You remember how United States is going to be 9/11/01? Well, look at how old Ben Hutton is today after he scored his goal last night. It's literally the way you write 9/11 in the other countries, 11/9/01. But how old was Ben Hutton yesterday when he scored his goal? He was exactly 119. Well, what does Ben Hutton equal? 119. So you're telling me that Ben Hutton scored this goal miraculously last night when he was 119 exactly? And he was exactly 1,700 weeks? And his betting odds were plus 1,700? Like, betting odds of plus 1,700, guys. And the gematria checks out too, because Ben Hutton equals 119, and that's how old he was. Like, if you just keep adding layers to this, it gets even more mind-blowing. Yeah, and Widow's Son says Ben Hutton Donnie Darko was released on this date, 1/19/01. Donnie Darko was released on January 19th. Here's the release date. January 19th, 01. So that's actually the release date of Donnie Darko. That's how old he is, right? And look at this. John Cena, yesterday was 212 days after Ben Hutton's 32nd birthday. Well, who just turned 32? Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk just turned 32. Ben Hutton is 32, okay? Ben Hutton was 212 days after his birthday. That's the New York area code. What team did he beat last night? He beat New York, the 212 area code. John Cena's been walking around saying the last time is now, right? So here's John Cena, right? He's been walking around saying the last time is now. Ben Hutton was 212 days after his birthday. What does the last time is now equal? The last time is now equals 212. Ben Hutton scored his goal 212 days after his birthday. You see how just so many layers? And look at this. Look at this, guys. Not only was it 212 days after his birthday and John Cena's the last time is now equals 212, look at the gematria of Hutton scores goal. 212, 68, and 220, like the last time is now. Are you kidding me? Guys, give me a mind blown again in the chat. I know I'm annoying with that, but the gematria of Hutton scores goal equals the last time is now in 3 ciphers, including 212, which is how many days after Hutton's birthday, and this is how many days after John Cena won his championship. After John Cena won the title and after Hutton's birthday was 212 days. That's the gematria of Hutton scores goal. And this guy, Patrick Wall, he actually won last night. Right? And it equals it in 3 ciphers. I also bet the Orlando Magic to win last night, and look why I bet them. They equal 212, like the last time is now. Benjamin Hutton equals 212. So, yeah, it's just crazy, man. This is like, you guys can't tell me this is not the most mind-blowing thing you've seen from me. There's nothing else I've ever done on my channel that's more mind-blowing, because I did this before it happened. And again, it was 153 days after my birthday. But let me go. Yeah, Widow's son, you want to come on here for a minute? I don't know if you're free, because I know you wanted to come on here, but I think this is the perfect stream for you to come on. But I can't stay on too long. But at least for like 30 minutes. Just this slide right here should blow anything I've ever done out of the water. I literally had all of this I had before I bet it. I had all this. But the only thing I didn't have is the 17th shot of the season is when he scored his goal. Of course, because I didn't realize that. But yeah, again, this decode was done before, right? Oh, ice equals 17 and 2 ciphers. So yeah, like talking about ice. Well, this whole thing with Josh Allen tomorrow is going to connect to this, because Josh Allen is known as the Winter Soldier. So think about this. Tomorrow night, Josh Allen, who's known as the Winter Soldier, right? And you want to know why that's interesting? Because yesterday, Las Vegas got their 204th win, like the date that John Cena won his championship, 20/4. That was the same day. Benjamin, that's Ben Hutton's birthday. But Josh Allen, who wears number 17, he's called the Winter Soldier, right? So this is the game to watch tomorrow, guys. I'm telling you, it's going to be very interesting this game tomorrow to see what happens. I have Josh Allen possibly down for 4 touchdowns tomorrow. I'm not as confident on that as I was the Dak Prescott one, but I do have that down. So here's the link for Widow's Son, if you're still in there. So wait, somebody says ice equals 17 and icy. Icy equals 17 and ice. Oh, wow. So guys, this is all about ice. Think about what's going on right now. Ice. And don't forget God. God equals 17. Okay? So, yeah, I mean, ice has actually 3 17s. This 17 is a very important number, especially to me now. It's very, very important number. Let's see. Hold on. Widow's Son, we got you here? Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Guys, can you hear him in the chat? Just give us a thumbs up if you can hear us.
Does it sound okay? I'm on my AirPods, so.
I can hear you. I just want to make sure they can.
Hello, testing, testing. Hello.
Yep, got a thumbs up, so I guess we're good to go.
2.
So,
I don't even know what to really add on to all that. That was like, I feel like that was all just so perfect.
Yeah, and well, I just wanted you here because, like, if anyone knows how crazy it is to have organic connections, it's you. And if you guys don't know his channel, make sure you guys go subscribe to his channel, Widow's Son on YouTube. But he was, and even what you were talking about before with the Garden of Eden, and how this actually started with. That was what I was originally talking about on Monday, was how John Cena was in the garden, and it's funny too, just because that's where the ice hockey team, the New York Rangers, play their home games. So,
yeah.
But what do you think about this 1770, 177 minutes and 43 seconds on the ice?
It's just God, dude. It has to be.
Yeah.
There's literally, like, there's no other person decoding John Cena, right? And it's just proof that you're not just like decoding what the government is putting out. Like, you really are being led in a divine way to do this. And I think this is kind of the way that God does it. He like does it so that only like we can see certain codes. Like, you know how I feel like I was really doing that with Shohei, you know, like the serious stuff and like uniquely finding stuff. And I think I kind of think that's why it's designed that way, so that we can show people like, this is way more, like, why would the Jesuits be doing all this for one person? It can't be the Jesuits, you know.
Well, first of all, again, guys, this is my sports bet thing,
and I can totally vouch for you too, because you were telling me about all that stuff way before the game started, and you you told me about the odds, the 1700 odds, and him being 1700 weeks old, and also considering the code you did the day before about the 17 and John Cena. So
Well, and like I said, it was you that really got me looking harder at the 17, because as soon as you told me that 1633 was the 17th star number, I immediately knew that I had to shift my focus from 4 to 17. But in a way, we know that 4 does connect to 17, as I've explained already a lot of times, but 17 is the seventh prime and 7 is the fourth prime.
yeah,
So,
and thanks to Casey for that, because I remember he's mentioned that a bunch of times. I think the 17 has been floating around a lot, and I think
well,
this is just like I continue.
yeah, I was going to say it has been, because I remember when Casey first told me that Kobe's dad died, and here's the father son stuff again, but Kobe's dad died exactly 17 star days after Kobe died. And well, I mean, that's just one thing, but I'm sure it's been going on in the background even more, because um remember how I told you Josh Allen's the next up? That's why he's the next one to play. He's the one on Thursday Night Football this week, because this also connects what I've been talking about for weeks, but I just missed the whole point, because I've been talking about the Colts, right? But
Yeah.
who's their quarterback? What's his number? It's 17. And when the Colts
Oh
owner
yeah.
died, when the Colts owner died this year on Josh Allen's birthday, 17.
hmm Oh
And that
yeah. Oh yeah. Well.
Jim Irsay died on 5/21. It was Josh Allen's birthday, and now you got Josh Allen coming up. And the number of Daniel Jones, I mean, just to show people, what's been my thing for, like, unfortunately, I'm sure you guys are getting tired of the sports stuff, to be honest. I mean, this is not like me to just do sports stuff constantly, but it's been so big that, like, how can I even not do it? But, like, here's the guy I've been talking about for weeks. And it just hit me like late last night before bed. I was like, are you wait, I knew he was 17, but it didn't click, It didn't click until just now or just recently. So,
Yeah, we should be looking out for like the letter Q, because like things with the letter Q just being encoded into stuff, because maybe it's been out there and we've been missing it, but you know what I mean, since Q is the 17th letter, so it must be, maybe we'll
mhm.
start seeing it after this stream. We'll probably start seeing it a lot more.
Yeah, that's definitely a good that's something that we should watch. You're right. I mean, because Q is 17 and 8, right? So Daniel Jones' old number was 8, and remember, Daniel Jones was with the Giants, New York, where John Cena was just at, and then he became a Colt. And remember, John Cena was when his whole thing started. It was he was in Indianapolis, so um, he appeared twice in Indianapolis on his farewell tour, twice at WrestlePalooza and at the Royal Rumble. And
Mm.
there's only one other city that he appeared twice at on his farewell tour, and that's Toronto. And we already know how Toronto connects to all this, because Toronto just lost to number 17 in Game 7.
And seventh prime is 17 too.
Right. So, and yeah, everything you've been talking about with Shohei for how long? I mean, of course, we've been talking about other numbers too with him, right? Like the 595 and the 34, but he wears the number 17. So, and I know you've talked about that number too, but perhaps this summer 17 has been overlooked. And I'm just waiting to see if tomorrow I can use this code to kind of see what's going to happen with tomorrow's game, because I'm pretty sure it's going to continue, and that's why Josh Allen is on tomorrow night on Erica
Yeah,
Kirk's birthday.
yeah, and especially because remember, maybe it was in your subconscious, but because when you bet 44-17, because remember that was relevant to Charlie Kirk because he died 4 4 17 days before his 44th birthday.
Yeah.
And so there really is like a strong connection with like the 44 and the 17 with a lot of
Well,
stuff going on.
did you see this though too? Maybe you saw this or maybe you didn't, but I showed this yesterday. I didn't know this before, but did you see that 17 equals 44?
I didn't until you brought that up, but yeah,
Oh, okay.
that's perfect too.
So yeah, 17 guys, 17 equals 44. And don't ask me, going back to my bet, I'll pull it up again, but
Oh,
don't
she's turning 37 tomorrow too, right?
yeah, she's turning 37, yeah. 4 months.
Yeah, and I just saw that 17 equals 37 as well, right?
Yeah, and number 17's playing tomorrow. So
Mm-hmm.
and what's crazy about that too is John or as I showed, Josh Allen is 1776, right? Well, number 17 is playing on 76 date numerology tomorrow too. So you got two 1776s tomorrow. You have again from Josh Allen's birthday, just to bring that back up. He's 1776. And this is I think this is why number 17 is playing on the primary date numerology of 76, 1776.
Oh, and speaking of that, yeah, there's something big with that 1776 because remember when you did the decode with the 4-4-4 game, the game that stopped on 4-4 on the clock because of the lightning strike.
Right, yeah. Yeah.
And remember when you went 528 days before Patrick Mahomes' birthday and then 528 days after Jalen Hurts' birthday, or was it the other way around? Something like
Uh
that.
no, it would be because Mahomes was born first, so it'd be 528 days after Mahomes and
Oh yeah,
528 days before Hurts.
yeah. So the day was February 25th, 97, right? So just yeah, so it's 22597, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so look up, go to the number properties and type in 22597, like that date. And then yeah, the properties. All right. So the prime factorization, that's the 17th and 76 prime numbers.
Oh wow. Huh. Well, let me show them because they might be lost. But you guys see what he's saying? So this is it might be hard to explain to them what we've been talking about because most of them probably don't even remember. But there's a there was a the two quarterbacks from last year's Super Bowl, the date that fell right in the middle of their two
Super
births.
Super Bowl 59, oh, the 17th prime.
Oh, yeah, right, exactly. And so this is the date that fell like right in between. And you know what's interesting about this date? It's 1997 again. This is the year Daniel Jones was born. It's all been pointing back to 1997 this whole year because the WWE did that huge ritual with Princess Diana on her anniversary this year, which that happened in 1997. And remember, Daniel Jones was born 97 days before she died, and then he debuted with the Colts on 9/7 this year. So this is the date that he debuted with the Colts, 9/7/2025.
Oh shoot.
So yeah, like that's huge because this again goes back to Daniel Jones perfectly. He died or he was born 97 days before Princess Diana died, and then he debuted on a blood moon on 9/7/225, right? And he was against the Dolphins, which equals 97. And that was the same team that played the day Princess Diana died. And who did they play? The Colts. They repeated it. They played the first game of the season in 1997 was the Colts and Dolphins. And that's the same game that happened this year that was Daniel Jones' first game as a Colt. So it's just so clear that's how all this connects. And then what you just said about the quarterbacks from last year's Super Bowl being this date being in the middle and that being his debut date, and then these two numbers. So let's just explain this, guys. So what he's saying is with this date being February 25th, 97, that breaks down to the prime factorization of 59 and 383. So how does this get us to 1776? Well, 59 is the 17th prime, and 383 is the 76 prime. So again, going back to that number, when you break this down, you essentially get a hidden 17 set, which is amazing. That's an amazing observation. So it's just hard for me to explain this stuff without slides, but because a lot of people are probably confused. But
Yeah.
So decoding, I realized says I just made a video and said watch the Cascadia fault line for earthquake. Yesterday, the day the Hutton scored, it was 17,000 days since the last quake. Wow.
Wow.
And it happened in the year 1700? No way. No way, man. Man, that has to be something what it's about then, because I mean, think about what just happened yesterday with this same number, 1700, and the odds that I bet on, which is still ridiculous. So, guys, make sure you guys go subscribe to this guy's channel. He's saying, okay, what date was that? I got to just like show this to people now. The earthquake in what was it? Cascadian fault line yesterday. I got a Cascadia fault earthquake. $1,700 Cascadia fault earthquake. Are you kidding me, guys? Wait, that was on Kobe's birthday, and or not birthday, but death date. That was so January 26, 1700. Oh my gosh, guys. So this is the same. Oh, man, I'm just freaking out over here, guys, because this is the same measurement I just did with Ben Hutton.
The comment when the comment's bugging.
What? Oh,
the comment his comment's bugging.
Oh shoot! Hold on. Look.
Oh my god,
guys, this is the same measurement I just did with Ben Hutton. Go back and watch my video. If you guys just got in, you guys will be like, what is he talking about? Well, you guys got to go back and watch. This is the same measurement from Ben Hutton. He was 17. It's just adding a 0 or 2 zeros. No, it's adding, wait. No, it's just adding 1 0. And this is from the 1700 quake. That's not just like a coincidence, guys. Who knew this decode about me winning a sports bet would connect to the 1700 earthquake?
That's insane.
And yeah, I wish I had like a couple thousand people in here witnessing God's handiwork. Not mine. I don't want any of the credit. I'm the one just wanting to show you how crazy the code is. Notice that I get crazy about someone else's code when they share something crazy, because this what Decoding Your Reality just shared is just made this whole thing like on another level. Like I don't even know what to say anymore. So what about you, Widow's Son? I'll let you take it for a second. Ugh.
Oh shoot. You're gonna. Okay, I'm gonna show you one more thing. I think you're gonna freak out.
You want to share your screen or?
No. Just okay. Go back to your birth. To your birth. On
my birth.
Yeah, to yesterday. I think were you 425 months exactly?
Yeah.
All right. Click it. Click the number. Just relax. Okay. Don't. Just be calm. All right.
Oh my gosh. Guys, I cannot believe this. Guys, oy. I was the 17 star. Oh. I was the 17 pentagonal number months old yesterday when all this went down. I didn't even check that number. Didn't even check it.
Like perfect months.
And the prime factorization is 5 squared times 17 on top of that. Ugh. Um,
That's unbelievable, man.
and again, I didn't even mention this, but look, this is how old I was yesterday. 35, 135, right? Well, if you read this number forward and backwards, it's kind of like a 135 forward and back. If you read from the 1 out and forward out and each way, you get 153. So that's the 17th triangular number. So 2 ways to measure this. You get the 17. Like, and you know what's crazy about this? And I don't even think I told you this, Widow's Son. But the number 17 did something in my life when I started this journey, because back on the 17th of January, 2023, this is what makes it even, and I know I can't really explain this that people will grasp it fully because it was my own personal experience. And I, in fact, don't even remember all the details to it. But so this is the last day. I got a very special package in the mail on this day, the 17th day of, it was a dolphin too. I got a dolphin necklace in the mail on this day. And I'm not going to go into details of what it was all about, but the next day I met my girlfriend. And I can't even remember all the 17s, but there was a bunch of 17s. I can't remember it all even, but this day changed my life right here. This 17th day, because this is the day that got me on the journey I've been on for the last 2 years, essentially. So
That's awesome. It's crazy because that same day was pretty significant for me too, because of like a Bible connection. Because go from my birth, so October 7, 91 to January 17, 2023.
And your birthday is a 17 too, Sean. I mean, it's really it's a 17.
Yeah.
All right, so okay,
So
I think I got it.
without the end date, just without the end date.
It's got a 1331 in there.
Yeah, but this I always thought this was cool because that's like the total number of verses in the Bible, 31,102. So that I always thought about that date for me too, because I just remember.
Well, that's crazy. That's crazy, because that's the day that my life changed when I, like, wow, and that's how old you were that day. But look,
cool.
you were 11,425. 425 is the 17th pentagonal number.
Oh yeah. Trying to think of what happened on that day to this. Oh, that was a crazy. Okay, that date right there.
Yeah.
That was the November 4th. That was the day of the what's it called? That plane crash, right? It was the 1,260 weeks after 9/11.
Wait, on January 17th?
No. See how if you go to the days, go down again. Like just the days. November 4th, 25. That was the that was 1260 weeks after 9/11, right?
Yeah, that was the date that plane crashed with the same amount of people that died on 9/11. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember I thought it was interesting because if you what cipher is it? 1 second. I think if you type yeah, if you like go to the gematria calculator.
Okay.
And if you pull up the Sumerian cipher.
Okay.
And then so if you like type in my name, Sean Desad, and then Widow's Son after, you should get 1260.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's pretty interesting because it's like that was also that kind of connects to the day that I was, I guess, my age matched up verses in the Bible. So pretty
Well,
interesting.
that equals the date too, 11/4 right here.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Which,
Oh
which
wow.
connects to me because that's my birthday, 6/19,
Oh
which
yeah.
is the yeah. So and LeBron James returned last night also to make all this even more crazier. LeBron just happened to come back last night from Ohio, the 17th state where I'm from, and he won his championship on the real King James birthday, which is my birthday, which is the 114 prime.
Yeah, and I was thinking about how it was interesting because remember when like on my 34th birthday, which is 17 plus 17, the 17-year-old boxer uh that that he died,
Uh-huh.
and then that
Yeah, I
same
remember.
day LeBron James he redid the commercial about the taking his talents to Miami. So there
Right,
was like
yeah.
that LeBron James 17 thing again, and then with my 34th birthday, it was interesting because 17 plus 17 is 34. So just really interesting.
And you just said 17 again, so it made me think of this movie.
Yeah, and then yeah, and Zac Efron, he's actually in a movie with John Cena too. Did you know that?
Oh, I'm not surprised, but I didn't know that. No, really? What movie is it? Do you know?
It was like a comedy. It's called Ricky Stenicki.
Ricky Stenicki, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Ricky Stenicki. Oh, it's a recent movie.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, John Cena is a girl here. What the heck?
Well, he's like he he plays a bunch of different characters, but it's hard to
Ricky.
explain what. Yeah.
That's interesting. It was directed by a guy named Peter Farley, and that John Cena's last match last night was with Sheamus, whose real name is Farley, same last name.
Mm.
Uh, March 7th. It was 114 minutes long too. We were just talking about that number.
Uh-huh.
So John Cena was in this with Zac Efron. Okay, well, I guess I need to look into this then,
Mm.
because guys, you know this, as you mentioned earlier today, Sean. We know that this 17 again movie is connected.
Mm-hmm.
Remember Matthew Perry? He was a Toronto Blue Jays fan and a Dodgers fan, and he was super connected right before the World Series ended earlier this month. The Illusion had found something crazy with him tied to Matthew Perry, and yeah, so Matthew Perry was like he was in this movie. So I mean, for me, I still don't know what to think about this earthquake connection.
Oh, that is insane. That's just like I'm speechless about that.
Yeah, well, I mean, is that like should we really be watching for an earthquake? Because uh, I mean that lines up so perfectly. Um,
Yeah, and it was so that earthquake it was 320 years before Kobe died. Like exactly right.
yeah,
So
yeah, it was exact.
so it's kind of interesting because today is Millennium Lunation 320, like the 320th lunation since the millennium.
Yeah,
So that kind of lines up like that too, the 320.
yeah. I mean, I don't know, man. Like that. I don't even know what to say about this because I don't know. You guys need to go watch. Apparently, Decode Our Reality did a video, and I'm assuming he put that in the video. So I guess if you guys are interested in like more in depth about, here we are at 119 into the video as well. But if you guys are any in doubt of like what I just showed you with Ben Hutton and how on the same day that Ben Hutton turned, like what are the odds of that, man? That this whole thing I found yesterday with Ben Hutton, he was essentially the same age as this earthquake because it's exactly what he was. And that's what his name what makes it even crazier is like it's bigger than that because his name equals that. His name just simply equals 119. So I guess I need to make a slide where I show people all in one, like if you measure from
That's so crazy.
Hold on. January 17, 1994, the Northwich earthquake. October 17, yeah, the 17 does connect with earthquakes. That's a good point. Because January 17th, that was a huge Northridge one. And then in 1989, there was that huge one on October 17th. So those two big earthquakes both happened on the 17th. So I wonder if this maybe points also maybe this is also, I don't know. I just can't see how. Well, look at this. So that earthquake will be aligning with the 9/11/01 day pretty perfectly. Holy, because look, 11901. It's in there again. So the United States will be 9/11/01, and this earthquake will be 11901, and then just an extra 9.
Oh yeah, wow.
Yeah, and then that means Ben Hutton. He should also, right? Is that how that would work? Yeah. I mean, it's not as perfect as the other one because you have that extra 0 in there, but still, it's the same digits. So, and here we are on 1119, which is all the same digits as well. Talking about this, he'll also be 32 years, 7 months, and 17 days old. So, yeah. I mean, I just wonder also if it could be pointing to the 17th of December. I don't know, guys, but I can't stay on too much longer because my streaming hours are getting super low. And is there like anything else you want to talk about before we get off here, Sean? Or is there any specific thing that that we haven't talked about that you think we should?
Not really. I think, yeah. I mean, I'll just end it by saying I'm super mind blown by this this whole thing. Like, this is definitely going to be something that I could show other people as an example.
Yeah, and
especially the last part about you being 17 pentagonal months exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know even, and I don't even know how this is all together. Just I'm almost speechless. You can say I can't even get a sentence out right now. Like I have no idea how crazy this is in my mind. Like my mind is like overwhelmed because especially with these additions, like here, like how John Cena, the guy was on the ice, that time ice on the time on the ice thing, and then what I showed you earlier that was mind blowing when I had to just stop for a while when I predicted the score of 13-31, and then the score the next day in the game just basically like subtract and you get that score. That was also like I can't even tell you. And yeah, the next John Cena match is in the 619 area code, and this is where we could talk about me and you, Sean, because Sean Desaad, SD, the father and son are from San Diego. Their move is the 619, which is my birthday. This is one of the most fascinating things of how me and you are connected, like organically, like this. This part of WWE like seems like it's like, even though you don't decode WWE, like, but because I do, this is how like somehow you get tied into it because like you're this SD, and it just happens to be that the two wrestlers from SD, the father and son, their move is the 619, which is my birthday. So like to me, like, and I haven't dug deep enough into the numbers on that. There's probably a lot of stuff there that I could say, but thanks for reminding me about that, Mike from Michigan, because that's the next big event coming up is the War Games. And you often go to San Diego, right? So
Yeah, I go there like once or twice a month.
are you gonna be there on this weekend?
Not this weekend. I'm not
Well,
sure
I
when
mean,
I'm gonna be there again.
what I mean on this on the when the show is.
Oh, there's a chance. Oh no, no, wait. That's not Thanksgiving weekend, right?
Well, it would be, wouldn't it? Oh, wait, when is no? I don't know if it is or not. When's Thanksgiving weekend?
Oh, actually, I think it's the weekend after. I mean, I think Thanksgiving weekend is not this weekend. Oh wait, yeah, I guess it would be. Yeah, it's next week. It's that weekend. It is that weekend. So
Yeah, it is.
I might be home.
It would be, yeah. Thanksgiving's November 27th, I guess. Then, right? Or no?
Hmm.
Is it? I don't know. Can anyone confirm? I guess I should know this, but Thanksgiving 2025. Just to verify. Yeah, it's that day. It's been observed for 404 years. Really? Is that real? That's what it says. I mean, I won't dig any more deeper into it right now, but considering what we know about the number 404, um, wow. And think about everything that's been going on this Thanksgiving, like all the food stuff going on right before. But yeah, I don't know. Thanks for coming on though, man, and thanks for sharing that last little bit of mind blowing info as usual.
No problem. And then yeah, I forgot. I I guess we could have. Maybe we could talk about it another time, but um, it would be cool to bring up to go over the Andrew Schultz thing because that's kind of
Oh
like
yeah,
the one thing in WWE I was able to kind of decode since it was like because I have maybe we could do it another time, but like it would just be perfect because I could show like I'm even looking at it right now on our Discord, like when I mentioned to you about it in March, because when the first time that he Andrew Schultz that he was there on March 10th, and then I like mentioned the father stuff, the I guess the connection with him being there at the garden and the father and son stuff, and then it manifested again
right.
like a few days ago with the father and son thing. So it's like super apparent. Maybe we could do it another time.
Yeah, I think we should because there's not. Yeah, this is a big part of it that we haven't. I haven't really looked into, but this guy's now twice been
Hmm.
a part of these things, so
Yeah,
it's
that's why I thought it would be like perfect to bring up because it's like two two distinct instances, and it makes sense why it's like in the garden because he is from New York. I know he's like a New York comedian, so that's that makes sense. But just with everything else, because I remember right before he went on, he was at the WWE the first time. He had released he just released a Netflix special called Life, and it's literally about him becoming a father. And then
right.
in the special, his dad announces him, like he's announced by his father, to go on stage. So, and that was right before he went on Raw, and then he ends up on Raw again, fighting with the son of Rey Mysterio. So yeah, we it'll be perfect to maybe go over it another time.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I would stay on longer now, but like I said, my streaming hours almost up this month, and I think it would be good to like for us to do some research, and maybe I can put some slides even together or something. I prefer to do slides because sometimes when I'm explaining, I feel like I'm people aren't understanding it. So that's why I like slides. But
Oh yeah, I could put some together too. I haven't put any together in a while, so I can
well, it's tedious. So
maybe we can yeah maybe we could schedule something. It seems like our schedules are kind of lining up a little bit better now. Like
well,
right now, like
right now, yes, but
mhm.
update up here channel update. I should put like a bar on the bottom with this update. I will be changing time zones again. Guys, guess when I'm flying? Okay, I should say this now. This is organically happening too. But guys, what day am I going to be flying? I'm going to be in Washington D.C. for the first time on the day the United States turns 9/11/01 days old. So if I go down that day, guys, and you never see me again, it was just my destiny. But I don't think that's going to happen. But I could not find another day to fly. My mom could only take me to the airport on that day when the United States turns 9/11/01 and John Cena turns 7. I mean, like how that worked out too, it's just God working. Like I didn't have any control over that. So yeah, that's just I don't know what's gonna go on that day, or if there is something that's gonna go on. The good thing is I don't fly until late in the evening, so it's not gonna be, most likely, if something does go down that day, it'll happen before I even leave.
You'll be fine.
But decoding our reality, yes. Make sure you guys go subscribe to him. Make sure you guys check out Widow's Son's channel as well. I know that Coffee Girl had dropped the links in there earlier. Appreciate that, Coffee Girl. And yeah, so let's wrap it up there. And for all those who added info in this chat, thank you as always for what you guys do. And don't forget to hit the like button on the way out and go support all the other channels. And with that being said, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Thank you, Widow's Son, for being here, man. And yeah, we'll see you guys in the next decode.
Thanks for letting me come on.
Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks, everyone.